PM Theresa May is to host her Israeli counterpart as part of events marking the centenary of a British pledge which paved the way for Israel's creation. Benjamin Netanyahu's visit comes on the 100th anniversary of the Balfour Declaration of British support for a Jewish national home in Palestine. Israel and Jewish communities view the pledge as momentous, while Palestinians regard it as an historical injustice. The UK has rejected calls to apologise and has said it is proud of its role. The Israeli Prime Minister will have dinner on Thursday with Mrs. May. Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn declined an invitation to the event and is expected to send a representative in his place. Mr. Netanyahu will separately hold talks with Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson. A century of division over 67 words. My ancestor's hand in history. Banksy holds Balfour apology party. The anniversary is contentious for Palestinians, who see it as a cause of decades of suffering and deprival of their own state on land that became Israel. But the British government says such criticism is misplaced. I am proud of Britain's part in creating Israel, and Her Majesty's government will mark the centenary of the Balfour Declaration on Thursday in that spirit, Mr. Johnson said earlier this week. I see no contradiction in being a friend of Israel and a believer in that country's destiny, while also being deeply moved by the suffering of those affected and dislodged by its birth. The vital caveat in the Balfour Declaration, intended to safeguard other communities, has not been fully realized, he added, alluding to the plight of the Palestinians. As he left Israel on Wednesday, Mr. Netanyahu thanked the British government and said it was time for Palestinians to come to terms with the past. The Palestinians say that the Balfour Declaration was a tragedy. It wasn't a tragedy. What's been tragic is their refusal to accept this 100 years later. I hope they change their mind, because if they do they can move forward finally to making peace between our two peoples.